This is what happens when Construction Academy students from Leesburg High School come together with Habitat for Humanity of Lake and Sumter County, construction professionals, and the city of Leesburg for one extraordinary hands-on experience. Together building a dream home for one well-deserving family. This is Habitat Academy.
I'm Don Magruder, and welcome to Season 2 of Habitat Academy.
We're just going to pick them up, carry them in nice and easy.
Barry Martin, the project manager of Habitat for Humanity of Lake Sumter, has been hard at work instructing and working with the Leesburg High School Dream Team to build this year's Habitat house. He took a minute from home building to give us an update on how the house and the students are progressing.
We've been working on the house now since school began. And as you can see, we have exterior walls up, have the outside walls sheeted. We now have trusses set. We always set our trusses by hand. We do not use a crane. We had students carry the trusses in, lift them up on the wall, and because the students can't work above 6 feet, it was a challenge setting the trusses, but we made it work. We had 2 students at each end on the exterior walls, so they weren't up above 6 foot on the ladders there. And then we had a student on rolling scaffolding in the center, which again, he wasn't above 6 feet. We flipped the trusses up. He held them in place until the students at the walls nailed them in place. And then another student could actually work off another wall to put what we call a bracing stringer. As we put each truss up, it ties them together and keeps them from flipping over. Students have been working hard. They're very attentive. They seem very, very eager to learn. And when you have 3 or 4 students calling out your name, wanting to ask you questions, you know that they're interested in learning.
At the heart of this Habitat construction project are the Leesburg construction students. Let's meet a few members of the Dream Team.
It's a hot and humid day on the Leesburg High School campus, even this late into the year. Jacob Moore was a member of last year's Construction Academy and helped build the house that Lauren McInnes now calls her home. One of the benefits for Jacob is knowing what to expect the second time around.
Didn't really hit me until like our groundbreak ceremony last year. I got there and there was a bunch of people around, a bunch of cheerleaders and all this stuff, and I was kind of like, okay, this is a big deal. At the beginning of the year, we were all kind of just thrown together, and it was kind of like nobody knew roles, like where they were going to be. We didn't really have like a set leader, and like last year, kind of like those roles formed, and like we grew close, like really close. Like I still talk to all the kids from last year. What made me want to do the Dream Team again this year was last year. It was fun. I mean, I like helping my community and like seeing those people that need a house. And it's fun to help them get that and achieve that. I'm hoping to use my knowledge that I've gained from building the Habitat house to maybe one day go and do it as a job and make it my profession and never have to pay for someone to come fix my house.
Christa Cuevas, a senior at Leesburg High, joins the ranks of the Dream Team this year, ready to thrive in the often male-dominated field of construction.
My family was into construction. My grandma liked to build things. My grandma taught me how to build like a dresser table. Once I entered high school, I noticed they had an academy, so I wanted to get into it, and I liked building. I knew some of it, knew an idea, just didn't know much. But now I know a lot more. This family is looking forward to all of us kids to build the house so her and her child can have a stable home. So we need to do very high quality work and make sure it's so stable for them through everything.
Many of our local vendors work with our Construction Academy students with the hopes that they'll enter the construction field upon graduation.
For Electric Services Incorporated, the opportunity to work with the students means helping to shape future Lake County laborers and leaders.
Jimmy Adams is with Electric Services Incorporated right here in Leesburg, and you guys have been the electricians on the Habitat Academy house. Tell us what type of electrical service we have in the house.
Well, we have a 150 amp utility service coming in, and we have several receptacles, light switches, lights, fans, those kind of things throughout the entire facility.
Electrical Services Incorporated has been a big supporter of the Lake County School District. What does it mean for your group to work on this project with the students?
It means everything. They are the future. We want to make sure they have all the skills they need to become leaders and hopefully future business owners.
Do you hope to be able to hire some students from this program and move them to work?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's the thing, is you're making an investment, not only a physical investment, but an emotional investment. You really want to see the community thrive, and how better to do that than to contribute to the kids. You know, what we look for in the students is people who are self-motivators, who have the core skills to recognize when there's an issue, to follow instructions, just show up every day. I mean, that's a skill that you just can't teach people sometimes. You can teach them all of the educational stuff, the technical stuff, but to teach them the core skills of you know, their home morals, their respect, showing up every day, that hard dig to just do something because you know it's right, those are skills that you really look for.
The Dream Team's skill level varies drastically. This experience may be the first time picking up a hammer for some, but others, like sophomore William Tucker, have been around construction their whole lives.
I've always worked with heavy equipment or just around general construction of building houses or building concrete forms of my family business. So it's always been something I've loved to do, and it's always something I'm willing to learn and just try to get better at in my life. I'm looking forward to just seeing how the whole house gets put together and learning how certain things go together, like framing and drywalling.
This year's Dream Team helped to set the trusses for the home, an experience that last year's Academy missed out on.
I'm with Harry Muir. He's the manager of Romac Truss here in Leesburg, Florida. And Harry, tell us about the trusses on the Habitat Academy house.
Well, they're a 512 pitch flat ceiling roof system with a 24-inch overhang. It's hip roof all the way around the house, and that allows the wind to pass over the house with very little resistance. It's a nice package.
Think about these trusses and how they're built and installed. What are some lessons the students will learn from installing and putting trusses up?
Well, trusses are a structural item as opposed to a 2x4 that's just standing up in walls. There's a unique set of instructions that come with every truss package on how to set them, how to brace them from, not falling over. Also, how you protect yourself when you're putting the roof on also, so you're not falling off the roof as you're putting it. So there are life lessons, you could say, in safety and paying attention and in details that you're looking at when you're setting up a roof truss.
Yeah, because it is an engineered product.
Yes, it is, definitely. And it's reviewed by the county and by the state. We have to follow certain codes that regulate the package that goes on the house.
There's a lot to be learned on a job site. Not just different aspects of the home building process like framing and setting the trusses, but also discovering through this unique experience who they want to be beyond high school.
For the longest time, I've had no idea what I want to do as far as a career goes, and originally it was just like something that I could do while I figure out what I want to do, but I've come to find that I really enjoy doing construction. Every time we go to the job site, I walk in with a smile on my face because I enjoy what we're doing, and it's fulfilling work. You get a general idea of what the job site's going to be like, and it's a much easier community to go into beforehand, I believe, because everyone at the job site's so nice and patient, and they want to help you learn. The Dream Team is still getting to know each other, and we're establishing who is best at what, and we're seeing what personalities clash and how people work together. My favorite part of the process so far is framing, just because it's really satisfying. You can see exactly what you've done, as you do it. I'm really looking forward to when we've met the family, but once they move in and we give them the keys and we can just sit back and see what we've accomplished.
Last year, we met Alterique Baker, a hard-working member of the Dream Team. Altrique was one of the few members who showed up during his spring break, helping construction manager Barry Martin install cabinets. What's he up to now? Over his summer break, Altrique went to work at White Aluminum. He proved to be such a valuable asset that they kept him on during the current school year with hopes that he'll work for them after he graduates. And that's what Habitat Academy is all about.
In the next episode of Habitat Academy, we'll introduce more members of the Dream Team, and host Don Magruder speaks with the trades about working with the Leesburg Construction Academy. We're building towards something big, so join us for the next episode of Habitat Academy Season 2. Production support for Habitat Academy is provided by Romac Building and Supply, Habitat for Humanity of Lake and Sumter County, UF Health Leesburg, the City of Leesburg, and is a production of Red Apples Media.